What's going on, everybody? James here, RedemptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And today I decided to go back and go through my paperwork. I've got paperwork going back the whole 22 years of selling on eBay. And I'm going to tell you what I found. All right. So my paperwork, I used to always break everything down into categories, number of items listed, number of items sold, the sell-through rate of those items. So to give you an example of the type of items I have always sold and always kept track of: CDs, cassettes, vinyl records, 8-tracks, t-shirts, sporting items like baseball hats and, pennants or whatever, sporting items. Let me think of some of the other hats, obviously, video games. So I kind of broke everything down, and the way eBay was set up at the time, I could go into archive and get those numbers. You can't now with the last change a year and a half or so ago. You can't break it down as easy when it comes to number of items sold and such. So I've got paper records going back 22 years. And what I've noticed today was that pre-pandemic, I sold an average of 75 items a day out of my store. And I had at the time 25 to 35,000 listings at that time. Post-pandemic, 2023, the end of 2023, I am selling an average of 37 items a day. And so, almost in half the number of items I'm selling this year as to pre-pandemic times. So I started writing a post on Facebook. I'm like, you know what, this will be better served as a video. So some of the facts today that have changed from pre-pandemic times. Some of those facts are: more people are selling on eBay. During the pandemic, a lot of people stayed home, lost their jobs, whatever the case may be, and had to supplement their income. A lot of people turned to selling on eBay, Poshmark, and other platforms. That being said, there's more competition now for consumers to buy. So not just eBay, obviously Amazon too. Amazon had a huge explosion. But then there's Poshmark grew. Then you have other platforms coming into play like Whatnot, Depop for some of the younger generations, Macari. So the eBay's competition grew also on top of it, pulling away a lot of younger generations. With Poshmark, a lot of women. As we know, women are there's probably, I don't know statistics specifically, but there's probably more women who shop than men. That's just kind of a thing that always has been, but I don't know if it's 100% true. I have to Google it and see what it says. But so Poshmark seemed to get more women's clothing and stuff like that, and grew like a community out of that. So the competition grew and expanded on eBay. That was another thing that has changed since pre-pandemic. Next thing that has changed is eBay themselves. The changes they're making, the promoted, the technical issues that I run into daily, whether that is eBay's "it's not you, it's us, we've looked everywhere, can't find this," server errors, system failures, the search being a total wreck. With whatever they're doing with the item specifics and the search algorithm and what have you. So that is another thing that has changed. And last I've got on this list of change is the economy. The economy before the pandemic, totally different than the economy today. Gas prices then, gas prices now, that's just one example. Egg prices, food prices, whatever the case may be. Huge change there economy-wise. So there's 4 issues right there. And as I've stated in a lot of my videos, we're in the perfect storm. Right now, as a reseller selling on eBay, we're in a perfect storm of just things that are affecting our sales, affecting our success, and or causing the failures of a lot of people. So a lot of people have given up. Now, I want to give you, I listed 4 ways to survive. First off, the first one is going to be how I've survived. Volume. I sell a lot of long tail items, so volume is what's keeping me afloat. If I had less items, I'd have less sales. Plain and simple as that. Especially with the eBay site issues, it always feels like different things are being hidden, and that's part of that search problem that's going on, I'm sure. So first and foremost, volume. So if you got the stuff, list it, get it up there. Just keep knocking it out consistently. Just get as quick and as efficient as you can as listing merchandise. Next, cross-listing that merchandise, cross-posting it onto other websites. There are at least 2 good cross-posting out there. I personally use Vendoo. I now have an affiliate link below. You can save 25% off your first month. Cross-posting to the competition, to the Poshmark, to the Mercaris, to the Facebook marketplaces. That's another one that I didn't mention competition-wise. To Depop, to Grailed, whatever site fits the style of items that you sell. And from my experience cross-posting to Poshmark is becoming more of an everything type of marketplace, not just for women's clothing. I sell a lot of hats on there. I sell other oddball stuff on there. So cross-posting your merchandise is the second tip to survive this perfect storm. Third, change the items you sell, and that change it to high sell-through rate stuff. Concentrate only on sell high through rate stuff. There's ways to find out what's, how eBay sold, and how many sold compared to how many's listed. That's the easiest way to figure that out. If there's 8 items of what you just found on eBay and 10 have sold in the last, 90 days, well, that's probably worth buying, So changing the style of the way you do your business, changing from just everyday stuff to high sell-through rate stuff. So that is a third thing. Also, the fourth one I'm going to throw in because it's more of a detailed thing, and that is keeping your listings fresh. Whether that's going in and updating pictures of old, going in and playing with the item specifics on eBay, ending and selling similar. And if you do that, I recommend, as I've said before, after 3 months, because it takes about a month for Google to grab some of those listings and put them out there for people who are searching Google. So I recommend over 3 months. I push toward 5 and 6 months. Once mine hit 5 months, then I start refreshing them, if you will. So those are the 4 tips for me right now, off the top of my head, that when I was typing this, that ways to survive this perfect storm. How long it lasts? Well, that all depends. That depends on, obviously, economy, depends on the next election and who does what, makes any changes. If current administration does any changes, helps out the people, whatever the case may be. eBay website issues, we have no idea. We know for a fact they were and or are on a 3-year server swap out. Whether that's still going on or not, I'm not 100% sure. We know that they're almost making changes daily on the website. When does that stop? No one knows for sure. So that one's up in the air also. Another one that's kind of out of our control that we can't get answers to. And the competition. Competitions, the smaller ones are moving on. They're closing up shop and moving on, getting other jobs. I've seen plenty of people online who closed up their eBay shop and went and got a job. even some that were had to cut down to part-time, the part-time feel on eBay because the sales were just not there and going to get a job to supplement. So as more and more people drop off, then there's less competition for you. So how long does that go on? Well, that plays on obviously the economy and the eBay website issues also, if they ever get fixed. So yeah, so we don't know how long we're looking at, so you've got only the strong are going to survive this. So you have to figure out the way to survive if this is your love and this is what you rely on, whatever the case may be. That's it. That's all I got. So for right now anyway. But just wanted to put this quick thought video out there. Like I said, I was going to post it, but then I'm like, that'd be better served as a video. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you are not, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.